Hey, how y'all doing? This is Cal. Dressed up in my farmer clothes today, just in case you didn't recognize me. Looks like I just come in off the South 40. Well, a lot of times this is the way I look when I'm out mowing and whatnot. But anyway, you'll understand. This song has a kind of an origin story. And the subject matter and what have you lends itself to this. The origin story is that when I wrote this, I was tending bar in a little beer dive in Berrien Springs, Michigan. And that's fruit country. During the summertime, there's a lot of itinerant labor that comes into town. A lot of Mexican migrants and a lot of homegrown laborers as well. And there was one particular guy that came in the bar all the time, little old short guy, and they called him, what do you suppose? They called him Shorty. And he was a little wiry thing, just full of just a bundle of energy and quips and witty sayings, and he was something else, just absolutely something else. Always had some little cute thing to say. And one of his favorite little things that he'd come out with, just blurt out in the middle of nothing, he'd say, "Well, meet me out behind the ice house, Nellie. It's getting too hot inside." And I told him, I said, "Shorty, one of these days I'm going to write you a song." And damned if I didn't do it. And this is the song. It's called "Meet Me Out Behind the Ice House, Nellie." And also, I told you it had two stories. That was the origin story. Also, this is a miracle worker song. This song is credited with having brought a guy out of a coma. If I'm lying, I'm dying. Good friend of mine had bypass surgery, and it turned out to be a lot more than what they bargained for when they took him in, and it was a rough one. And he was in ICU for God, I don't know how long time, and a lot of the time, most of the time that he was in ICU, it was like 6 weeks, I think he was in ICU, and most of that time he was in a coma. Well, his brother was over at the house, and one night, and he called up at the hospital, and he got Rex on the phone, and Rex was still in the coma, but he got the phone. He got somebody to hold the phone up so Rex could hear it. He says, "I want you to play that song because Rex likes that song." And so I played "Meet Me Out Behind the Ice House, Nellie." And they said he opened his eyes and smiled and came out of his coma. So here I'm a miracle worker, I guess. Anyway, here's "Meet Me Out Behind the Ice House, Nellie. It's getting too hot inside." I used to know a gal named Nellie, I'd see her every day. We'd go for walks and we'd have some talks, and I loved her in every way. But I'd get the feeling like my head was reeling, and it didn't even hurt my pride to say, "Meet me out behind the ice house, Nellie, it's getting too hot inside." Meet me out behind the ice house, Nellie, it's getting too hot inside. That's a whole lot better than taking your Cadillac or big long ride. I don't care if it's winter or summer. If I got love, I don't mind. I say, meet me out behind the ice house, Nellie. It's getting too hot inside. One day I was out working the fields and the sun was mighty high. I had dust in my throat and the sweat was dripping right down in my eyes. I went up to Nellie's for a nice cold drink and she drew me to her side. I said, hell, let's go out behind the ice house, Nellie. It's getting too hot inside. Hey, meet me out behind the ice house, Nellie. It's getting too hot inside. That's a whole lot better than taking your Cadillac on a big long ride. I don't care if it's winter or summer. I got love on my mind. I say, meet me out behind the ice house, Nellie. It's getting too hot inside. And now Nellie's mama was a big old woman. She weighed about 304. She hated to see me coming around and knocking on the door. She said one day the time had come I should wake sweet Nellie McBride. Well, I hit that door and I just kept running. It was getting too hot inside. I say now, hey, meet me out behind the ice house, Nellie. It's getting too hot inside. That's a whole lot better than taking your Cadillac for a big long ride. I don't care if it's winter or summer. If I got love on my mind, I say, meet me out behind the ice house, Nellie. It's getting too hot inside. Come on and meet me out behind the ice house, Nellie. Oh, baby, it's getting too hot inside. And she'd say, quit fool, mama's looking. See you later.